Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin not really moving at all, back to around 39 after we had 39k after we had a bit of a dip here overnight. And yeah, it has gone up again. So overall, the crypto market moving sideways, continues to move sideways. Terra Luna upside again. That is certainly here something that is a little bit out of the norm today. Terra Luna doing well, $93, and I'm going to do a TA on Luna as well, but it's pretty much doing what I told you in the last Terra Luna video, that we had a pullback to an ascending trend line and we are now moving away from it. So that was, I guess another opportunity to get in. We talked about it, and I'm going to talk more about that in the Terra Luna TA in the next ones. But Bitcoin continues to be in that sideways range. As I said before, when we started to move up here after we hit the 33k level, that was end of January, that this can, if this really is a wave 4, which I think it is, this can take a long time. A wave 4, we know that can be boring, can take long, and it really reminds me of the period between here when we dropped that much down on the 4th of December. Between the end of December until the beginning of January, that was 4 or 5 weeks, yeah, and we do exactly the same after we came down here end of January. Since then we have recovered, yes, but we are moving sideways, basically correcting that preceding impulsive move down. And the possibility still exists, and that is still my primary expectation, that all of this here was a wave 4, and maybe we still are in the wave 4, and maybe we still make a little bit of a higher high here, and that would then be the wave 4 high. But overall, in this scenario where this is the wave 4, the next imminent move would be that wave 5 down. Could have already started. There's currently no way for us to know that. We can only make assumptions. At the moment, what is pretty clear is that we are in this triangle, that we are still consolidating, and that as long as we are in this triangle here between 37.7k and 45.5, that really any move in here is not really that meaningful. As I said earlier today, we did exactly finally what I told you on Friday, I think it was, what I would expect, and we moved down again after we broke below this white trend line that you can see here on the chart, that ascending trend line. After we broke that we would come down and test that support line here at 37.7, because that didn't happen after we broke it. We have moved sideways for a while, and now we finally went down. The more often you retest a trend line, the more brittle it gets, and the more likely it gets that you're actually eventually going to break through it. So in this case here, that support line has been tested a few times now, quite a lot, and this increases the chances that we're actually eventually going to break through. If we break through here, that would be at 37.7k. Then I think we go quite quickly down to that 34.4k level, which is that previous low here from the 24th of February. And if you lose that, then you're very quickly here at the 33k level. And that would then really get much closer to my target area, which is sitting still between 20 and 29k. So overall, we have to be a bit more patient. Yeah, Bitcoin obviously did that drop, recovered from it, but since then again has failed really to make a higher high, stays on that level, and there's a risk now that Bitcoin is rolling over again. It is now again, or it was again nearly, no, it wasn't overbought. Well, one thing is to point out here that Bitcoin did make it above that 50 line on the RSI. That is exactly what I told you this morning, that this 50 line is important. Since middle or end of last week, it was below 50 on the hourly. Now it has moved above, so it seems like, yeah, maybe it is finding support here. That is something we need to be aware of. But as I said, anything in that triangle isn't really too meaningful. We are only acting here in the space of the daily volatility of Bitcoin, and what would be meaningful, in my view, a little bit, would be the break above that 39.7k level here, which is also the 20-day moving average there in orange. Because if you move above that, then you can be quite confident that you're actually going quite fast to that next resistance level at 42.6k. But if that happens, I can't tell you. I can only point out here at the moment those support and resistance levels. And what is quite visible is that for a long time now we've been around this lower support line of that triangle. Yeah, there were two fake outs here, but each fake out had a lower high. Yeah, so since then we've been down there again, and I still expect primarily that sell-off to the downside. And as I said, until Bitcoin really gets into that target range here and makes that lower low, yeah, we need to make a lower low compared to that June low at 28.7k. And as long as that is not the case, I am very, very skeptical about any new moves up for Bitcoin. Yeah, any breakout to the upside for me, I would regard as with very much skepticism, and I would regard only as temporary upside. Nevertheless, we can of course use that to make money, and we talked about that, and we talked about the potential to open a long position if Bitcoin breaks above 45.5 to 46.5k. Yeah, but yeah, that is certainly still quite far away because we're not in that region yet. Okay, that's my view here on Bitcoin. Only quick update today. Not much happened, to be honest. So hopefully you'll still like the update. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. And yeah, if you really like the content, then check the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.